All right, what is up, everybody? This is episode 66 of the fAnaticZ podcast, and I am Damien.
What to do, Scattaboo? It's Dylan.
Yo, what's up? It is Frankie, and look it, we are rocking the new shirts today.
Booyah.
Got me feeling like an eagle,
Love to see it, boys.
a black eagle.
Shout out again to Jorge
That
Black Eagle for hooking us up. And if you guys want one just like us, you know what all you gotta do is do the thing, and we will get one made for you.
yes. Now everybody's complete. We all got our fAnaticZ wardrobe on. We got our situation set, and you know who else has their situation set? It's the Cardinals coaching staff. Um, Yesterday they all met up, did a press conference for the introduction of Nathaniel Hackett, and also just another press conference for Nick Rallis, talk about the retention and what he wants to do going forward. And they also interviewed a couple other position coaches as well. Before we get into that, I just want to get the general feeling from you guys of how you guys are feeling now that you've seen the press conferences.
I mean,
Frankie?
generally, oh, I was about to start. I mean, generally, with the coaching hires across the board, I mean, with the main ones, with OC and DC, I mean, really, there's no change besides really look for, as we all know, Hackett doesn't really have a good coaching history, especially with the Jets and all that. But he's not calling the plays. I expressed that a couple of weeks ago. It's going to be LaFleur. We know Nick Rallis was given this second chance, even though it was kind of way late in the game, and I feel like that was just really the only choice left. I think, in my opinion, um, he did state a couple days ago during his press conference that he's not going to take this second chance lightly. Um, I mean, yeah, last year, if you think about it, like Monty went heavy defense in the draft, and we got worse. I don't know how we did, especially when we went almost all defense in the draft. Granted, we did have a lot of injuries last season, and we didn't really see much of Will Johnson and Garrett Williams together. And yeah, so hopefully we have a way lot less injuries next season, and hopefully we have a more healthy squad, and Nick Rallis has more to work with, and see, hey, like these injuries last year, that wasn't my fault. So we'll see.
My thing is, I felt it was just interesting. Right after they interviewed two marquee, candidates, they decided to kind of back pivot and retain Rollins. So kind of makes me wonder if they were like it was kind of a hey thanks but no thanks but thanks for the interview kind of thing, and then they realized they were kind of stuck. But also seeing as the connection with his brother Matt, who knows, maybe they had a chat, did Gannon a solid, gave Nick Rawlins a chance to stand on his own 2 feet, call his own defense, 100% not be attached to Gannon. I think at least in that aspect, at least he gets this 1 year to prove it. And as we mentioned, there were a lot of injuries, but still being bottom six in the league, he's got a lot to show.
Yeah, I I am really just not a big fan of Nick Wallace's scheme anymore. I liked him at the beginning, but I just realized that he just doesn't know what to do when you have to get that last final stop. You know, 3rd and 18. Stuff that should be like, okay, there's no way they can convert this. The Cardinals have a really, really bad habit of like letting teams convert those a lot, like way more frequently than other teams, and that's why you end up losing so many games. And unless there's major like scheme changes, I just don't really see what's going to change. I think our defense probably is going to be bend but don't break again, but they're going to break in the wrong moment. And I just like from the beginning of his tenure to right now, who has jumped off the page and gotten demonstrably better? The only people that are really good are people that have already been good from other teams or people that have already been good on our team. You know, all the development guys and the young guys that have been brought in by Monty haven't really taken any leaps and bounds. Honestly, some of them are playing worse than when they first got here. So I'm just kind of worried. And but I think Nick Wallace has a fire lit under him. I don't want to be all negative on it. He seems like he's got a chip on his shoulder now, and he's trying to prove something. So hopefully that does something for him. Um, Matt LaFleur is making me nervous now. He never talks in like, "Oh, we're gonna be good." It's like, "Well, we'll just let everything see where it will fall." Who knows? We might be good, we might be bad. It doesn't matter. We're gonna work hard. It's like, uh, that isn't that
So
message I want to hear personally, but it's probably the truth. So.
so so
My
so if, so you think back. So Rollins before he came back was with the team for what 2 years, right? 2 seasons, right?
you know,
So you gotta think how many games that we
No,
lost by like one possession.
He was with Jonathan Gannon the whole 3 years, right?
Oh, so it was 3 seasons then.
Yeah.
So like there was like a lot of games up until like the very last half of last season where like we were close in a lot of games by like one possession and all that, and but we just couldn't finish because of whatever dumb Arizona sports fashions reason it is. But we were close in those games because of the defense under Nick Rallis, except for
No,
pretty much the last half. Yes, dude.
we were close in those games, but the reason why we lost those games is because the defense couldn't stop anybody. A lot of those games we were up when the offense left the field, and we ended up losing because the defense let them get into field goal range, or the defense let them score a touchdown. That's reality, and that was my biggest problem. That's what I was saying. Those 3rd and 18s, those last drives when it's like, hey, if you stop them, you win the game. They could never stop them. We would score a touchdown in the last 2 minutes of the game and then have to worry. You should never have to worry if your defense is doing their job. With the talent we have against the teams we played, we shouldn't have lost. Just saying. Some of those games were against like the Titans and stuff. Like embarrassing, man.
Oh, bro,
So
that fucking back and forth possession inside the 10 and shit.
yeah,
Being field
we
touchdowns.
shouldn't be going. It's
Mhm.
just crazy. Somebody should get on the ball. Like, but hey, I just think that these guys they didn't respect the coaching staff. They didn't respect these guys. They just tuned out what they were saying after a while. And hopefully that was just like a Jonathan Gannon thing and they still can Nick Wallace can still, provide some love and the defensive line coach can get the best out of the guys we have because we do have some studs on the defensive line. And I'm not saying that it has to be bad, but I'm saying that I haven't seen anything that's giving me any hope that it will be any different than last year. Yeah,
We need to see Walter Nolan for a full season first.
I would love
But
that.
Calais Campbell, I'm assuming he's retired. Assuming it's
He'll
not
play next year.
announced. Yeah, yeah. Well, he's not. I mean, he was on a 1 year deal, so either he's retired or he's running it back again. But maybe with I
He
don't
can't
know.
retire
Who
on that
knows?
dog crap season from the team.
I know, but we'll see on Calais. But really, realistically, it's just Walter Nolan and Josh Sweat, and where the other is Ojulari. Yeah, maybe
We
Ruben
still have D
Baines.
Rob.
Yeah, Rob. Yeah, but both those guys have been injuries though. Both of them ever since they've been drafted on this team.
watch out for Birch.
So
Yes, Jordan Birch.
insert possibly Ruben Bain in the draft. You pair him up with Josh Sweat. That could combine you 20 sacks a game, reminiscing a little bit of the Chandler Jones and Marcus Golden days before they both dropped badly.
I like our new D line coach.
So
I do
yeah,
too.
That's one
I don't
hire
know.
I'm excited about.
I personally feel like immediately, not saying Calais Campbell fully solved our answers on the D line, even though he did more than expected. But immediately, if he's even not coming back, it's immediately a need again because we need more help with Walter Nolan, and we
I
don't know
think
if
we
we're
have
gonna
a
get
pretty.
Ruben Bain or not.
I
So
think I think you're forgetting about how good Jordan Birch is. But
is it?
um, Frankie, you seem like you want to say something about the D line coach.
No, just like I know we've been kind of like going heavy on the defensive coaches. One coach that I want to at least get in here real quick before it kind of gets lost in translation, that I am just absolutely shocked that he was retained. Justin Fry, our offensive line was situationally inept and undisciplined. We could not control the line of scrimmage. The minute either Kyler or Jacoby took a drop, they were already in his face. So my biggest question is with the outside of a couple players in some intangibles, I feel like in a complete regression from an offensive line standpoint, I just don't understand how you retain a coach that was one of your weakest points last year.
I mean, it's the same thing with Nick Wallace. I mean, literally, they both were equally bad. So it's like they both get to come back, and it's, in my opinion, a result of them taking too long to hire Mike LaFleur. It's like all the people were getting hired up, and they're waiting for Clint Kubiak, who they know isn't going to take the job for no reason. It was just so dumb. It was just, I just don't understand why they did that. Just hire Mike LaFleur. That's who you were going to hire anyways, and let them start picking from good candidates while they're still there. And because if you don't, your choice is who you already have or someone new that wasn't a offensive line coach, that was like a pass game coordinator, or you know what I mean, someone that's not an offensive line coach from college. Maybe they did O line coach in college. So we don't need something like that. So I would rather keep someone sucky than have someone who's completely unknown that never coached in the NFL before. I think
I
that's
guess
kind of where they were with Justin Fry. Or maybe they just believe in him. Michael Bidwell falls in love with these dudes. You know, he really does. He'll fall in love with the dude that can talk good, and then will end up suffering for it.
where it's like now all of a sudden like our big thing is the Ohio State connection.
Yeah, I mean that's important too. I was gonna say that um, if there is any big prospects out of Ohio State, maybe he coached them before, and they would feel comfortable coming here because of him. And if he wasn't here, then they would probably not consider it. Maybe that's the thing. I don't know. Everybody has their value in different ways, I guess. I mean, Nathaniel Hackett's basically gonna be paid to be a vibes guy and help game plan. So,
As
and
long
he
as
did well in
as
that role
He's
before.
the coffee fetcher for before.
That's crazy. I, I wouldn't go that far, but
He's doing
oh,
nothing. OC is supposed to call the plays. He's not calling the plays, so like he's just sitting there.
well, they asked him
Oh,
about what he was going to do, and they asked Mike LaFleur about what he was going to do in those press conferences, and he basically said they both basically said he's going to make sure that everyone else knows what we're doing, and that he will help them make game plans, strategic game plans, and like, oh, we should use him like this, or this is what they're doing to stop this. And so it's just like having another voice in the room. And in defense of Nathaniel Hackett, because I know we've been going hard on everyone, he did this in Green Bay. This was his job in Green Bay. He didn't call the plays when he had that success with Aaron Rodgers. He was literally just a vibe guy for Matt LaFleur. And
he has a connection with his brother though in Green Bay.
that's who I'm talking about. That's who he
Yeah,
was the vibes guy for in Green Bay.
yeah.
So
So he can
he
steal
did the
some shit
same.
from his little older brother.
Exactly. He
So
did the same exact thing in Green Bay when Roger won a couple MVPs. That's going to be his job here. So maybe that's the job he needs to be in. Maybe being the OC is too much pressure for Nathaniel Hackett. But when he's not the OC calling plays, he can do better. So I don't know. I'm not sold on the coaching staff, but I'm going to try to be optimistic, right? I
what's the
still
we
like
most
the Cardinals.
optimistic I've
I still
been?
want them to win.
What's the
we
most
have
What?
optimistic I've been since Bruce Arians? So I ain't
we
gonna
have
lie.
enough talent on both sides of the ball to at least make things interesting this next year. So, I think Lafleur, if nothing else, at least makes our playbook interesting. I'm just so glad I do not have to watch another Drew Petzing called Jacoby dropback again.
Well, who knows,
I mean, it
man?
all
No,
depends
I'm
with
just kidding.
QB too. So
It really does. It really
if it's some
does.
trash QB, then like just show me some sample shit that we can see next year with an actual QB out of the draft. You feel me? Like
Don't we have a 30? Don't we have the 34th pick in the draft after the
what?
third overall?
I think
Once
so.
it's like past the second round, bro, I don't know. I get lost in those numbers.
No, I think it is. I think we do have. I think it's the 34th pick is like the second pick in the second round.
Yeah, that would be because there's 32 first.
Yeah, I think we have that pick as well. So
Damn.
I'm not 100% sure, but if we do have that pick, this is what I propose we do. And before I even say this proposal, I know it's not possible because the 49ers are a smart team and they're in division, but I would give them that pick for Mac Jones and just run it with Mac Jones. If we had Mac Jones as a quarterback, I would be totally fine moving off from Kyler Murray because I know he doesn't want to be here anymore and it just didn't work with him. But I think Mac Jones is a much better option than Kirk Cousins or any of the other things that we've all floated. Malik Willis. Mac Jones is a baller. He proves that he's gritty. He can do it. He knows this division well, but I don't know if they would want to trade him in division knowing that he can do what he can do.
Yo,
I
so
mean,
speaking, so you're saying Mac Jones. So get this. So I'm working shit like in my head ear, but listen 90.7. They're doing this QB wheel and shit, talking about like, oh, like what if we get like somebody from this person from the draft or this person the free agency? The first thing this wheel spins on, what does it land on? Dot dot dot. Kirk Cousins. It was on the fucking the Wolf and oh fuck, what's the
Luke,
other guy's name?
Luke,
Yeah, Luke and Wolf show, bro. Like that's what they were doing it on and shit. The first one it lands on was Kirk Cousins. I'm
well,
like, bruh. I'm telling you, man.
you guys got to get used to it.
I don't
you
want
guys
it
have
to
been
be Kirk
screaming that.
Cousins, but it keeps haunting us, dude.
Yeah, people
It's like
keep saying it.
Slenderman. You're
It
trying
makes
to get away
sense.
from it. You turn around, it's right there, Kirk Cousins. You look the other way, Kirk Cousins. Like it's just, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Next, you're gonna see billboards that have Kirk Cousins in a chain.
You're far more likely to see an Aaron Rodgers billboard than a Kirk Cousins one, even though we know that ain't happening. We got if long as Nathaniel Hackett somewhere, they're gonna say Aaron Rodgers is going following
Oh man.
because they're best buds.
So you think Aaron Rodgers is going to be the quarterback of the Arizona Cardinals next year?
No, not 1%. But I do think that that's gonna be a prevalent rumor for the next couple months until something happens.
Whoa,
Uh,
with who, Kyler?
No, Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, Rogers. No, I think he's gonna either retire or run it back with McCarthy.
Yeah, he's not coming here. But what I'm saying is that I know it's gonna be a rumor because of Nathaniel Hackett.
Well, there was some little chit chat on Next with fucking Tua for Kyler because of the
oh,
contracts for both. I'm like, hell nah, bro. We'll just get
Listen,
worse.
no, nobody in the world thinks that Tua is even equal or in the same world as Kyler Murray.
Only
Like
because of the contracts. It's just
Kyler
specifically
Murray is
that.
way better than Tua, dude. He would get murdered. We have too much aggressive defenses in the NFC West. He'd get hurt the first game.
dude, he would. It
Yeah,
wouldn't even take a defense. Our offensive line would just
That's
basically
true.
just.
Our offensive line is not good enough for somebody like Tua to be safe to live. We need
I'm
someone
not.
that can run away.
And everybody knows I'm not a Kyler fan, but we would get straight finesse in that trade, dude. Like, you're going to have to give us
Yeah,
draft picks, another player. Like,
yeah,
dude, we
yeah,
get straight
yeah,
finesse.
yeah.
It's either
Tua's
going to
Tua's
be or the Vikings.
he's not someone you can rely on. Sorry, Tua. I loved you coming out of college, but as soon as you got into the NFL, I was like, oh no, oh god, what is that?
Timeout.
But yeah, I would definitely say Mac Jones would be my choice. If I was the GM, I would try to move heaven and earth to try to get them to trade him in division. Um, he's young, he's good. Um, I don't want someone that's old and coming off of a big injury. That's the thing. If you're coming off of a big injury or you're old, I think those days for the Cardinals are over. They should try somebody young and unproven. Like,
Crazy theory. So obviously we've known that Kyler Murray's been connected to the Vikings for a while, right?
oh God,
Definitely,
One of my predicted teams.
they are not sold on JJ
I
McCarthy.
knew this was coming. Oh no.
It's been one
JJ,
of my predicted teams.
just imagine if Mike LaFleur wanted to take on JJ McCarthy as a project for Kyler Murray.
I would
No,
probably just
dog
I'd
shit straight
probably
up.
I'd probably not watch this season. I'd probably just phone it in. That's just
You're
there's
throwing me
no
TJ Hawkinson, bro. We're
yeah.
having Hawkinson and McBride on the field. or
Yeah,
anything. No, in fact, throw me a fourth round pick with that, bro, because that's such dog shit.
yeah.
Like,
JJ McCarthy isn't good, brother. He hasn't even shown any glimpses of anything we would want to reconstruct. No, thank you. He got that one fourth quarter victory. This man has Jay Jettas, Addison, Aaron Jones, and he can't score more than 2 touchdowns. It's pathetic. I can't watch it.
That's
No thanks. And a
yeah.
good defense too. No, 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 no. Sam Darnold won 14 games with that same exact team.
so I want to point out one more thing too before we get towards the end of the thing. There were 6 notable players because we have 45 million cap space roughly, and we were talking about the draft earlier. But like 3 notable players I remember on the top of my head that can jump us to 90 million in cap space if we were to cut them were James Conner, and I forgot this dude was on the team, but Sean Murphy Bunning and Zaven Collins. But
Dude.
the other 6, because with technology, we would have to look up. But yeah, but out of those 3 players, what do you guys think of getting rid of James Conner? It just would boost us
Absolutely
to
not.
nearly double the cap.
Bro, I told you they were going to do this. That's why I said draft a running back. You're like, why would you draft a running
That
back?
mean that,
I
that
said,
means Jeremiah Love over Ruben Bain.
I remember I was like, hey, we got to draft a running back because it's James Conner's time is almost up, and Trey Benson is injured. So it's like we need somebody else. They're going to draft a running back. They
Well,
100% will draft a running back.
we
And
need an offensive
James
line.
Conner's over 30, and he's got a big contract. He and Kyler might get cut.
Bunting, I think.
Kyler, they got to find a trade partner by March 16th because that when March 16th hits, Kyler it triggers a thing in his contract where he makes a bunch of guaranteed money.
Cool. So yeah.
So they got to get him off the team in the next month and or keep him. So we'll know. We'll know soon what's going to happen. So I think in the next couple of weeks there'll be some sort of action, whether they're just like, hey, we're going to cut him, and they just will cut him whenever, or they find someone that like the Jets or something. Because the thing about it is, when you're dealing with someone like Kyler Murray, is he's gonna find another team, right? But they're gonna do what they did with Russell. They're gonna do what they did with Justin Fields. They're gonna wait till the bad team cuts them, or they're gonna go to like a Jets or someone that knows, hey, if Kyler Murray gets cut, there's no way in hell he's gonna choose to come to the New York Jets. So we have to trade for him because otherwise, how can we get him? Because he's not gonna come here willingly.
Right.
So
No, we have to go offensive line with that first pick, no matter what else we do. Whether we cut Connor, whether whether we have a
you
running
know
back,
what?
we're not moving
Listen,
anywhere without.
There's one more
you
theory
know
that I
what?
want to float that I heard, and I don't know where I heard it, but I really liked it. And somebody said it may have been one of you guys. Nah, it probably wasn't one of y'all because I wouldn't like it so much. But um, the Colts, they said Kyler Murray to the Colts. I said, oh, I never thought of that.
For AR,
No, just when he gets
You
cut or whatever.
man, you read my mind because like that might have been an intriguing prospect possibly to bring in was Anthony Richardson. However, what totally turns me off was his attitude, his tired attitude and mentality and shit.
Yeah,
But he
I
has
don't
all
I
the
don't like
potential in
players
the
that take
world.
themselves. You can't take
He
yourself
has
out of the game.
listen, he
no.
has all the potential in the world. He's got the legs like Kyler. The dude has a rocket arm. We've seen it. So like the
He's not
talent
very
was
accurate
there.
though.
Yeah. So
I don't like
so
him.
so was Josh Allen was inaccurate at first either. Same with Lamar.
That's
But
true.
look, so it
Bring in
might
Kurt
just be the
Warner to
coaches that
work
he's
for
just
him.
not blending and meshing with. So I don't know if it's just a new team that he just needs to go to and just didn't want to be drafted by the Colts mentality. I don't know. But that could be another interesting name that the Cardinals could give a call to because obviously the Colts are set on Daniel Jones for the next few years. So
Daniel Jones just broke his leg though. You never know. He's gonna come back regular. And also, AR-15 just broke his orbital bone working out with resistance bands. What
listen,
the hell?
the way Carly runs things in Indy, man, taking notes on the sidelines and all that, and with Anthony Richardson, what I was just talking about, and being tired and all that, like she ain't gonna mess with that. Like that dude's gonna be gone, and at least for the next
Did
couple of years,
did you hear what I said?
huh?
He broke the orbital bone in his face working out with resistance bands.
Who?
Anthony Richardson,
When?
like a couple months ago. He was about ready to go back and play for the Colts, and he was working out and he hit himself in the face with resistance bands or something. I don't understand how you break your orbital with resistance bands. But yeah, he did that. So I don't know. He didn't have
I didn't
good
hear
judgment.
shit on that.
Yeah, it's why he couldn't play when the Colts desperately needed him at the end of the
Why they
season.
got Philip Rivers.
Yeah, why Philip Rivers had to leave his high school coaching job.
Well,
What in the
I didn't even
world?
hear shit on this.
Yeah, no, it's a thing, brother. You gotta look into it. He's an interesting guy. I don't think he has it as a passer. You might be right though. It took a while for Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson to become great
Yeah.
passers, but now they're both sick.
And,
So
he just might need a new shift of scenery. Look what the hell Sam Darnold just did after he was considered a bust.
the only person that ever worked for coming to Arizona was Kurt Warner, who had already won a Super Bowl, and Carson Palmer, who was coming to the best coaching staff we ever had and will ever have. I don't think we'll ever get a better coaching staff than Bruce Arians, Todd Bowles. That was just the who's the OC?
And
I
Todd Bowles
know
is still
Arians
in
called the
Tampa, bro.
plays,
Pretty sure it was
but
Leftwich.
oh, it was Leftwich.
Byron
That was a
Leftwich.
that was a squad.
Byron was cooking back then.
That was a squad.
Bro, and Todd Bowles still has a job in Tampa Bay, which is crazy.
Yeah, and Tampa Bay is still decent. They weren't
Yeah.
good last year, but before that they were good.
Yeah,
Well,
they fell like so
They were
bad.
good till they fell apart.
Yeah, I mean, but that was to what we dealt with injuries, but we dealt with injuries scattered out and still had good enough players to keep it going. In my opinion, they dealt with
Right.
injuries to everyone that was important. Everyone, like Chris Godwin, Ibuka, everybody got injured that season. Baker Mayfield himself, the running backs all got injured. Irving and Rashad White. Rashad White started the year injured, or no, Bucky started the year injured. And then when he came back, Rashad White got injured. And then they ended up, yeah, whatever.
Crazy
But
work. Final thoughts
long story short,
to
I
dominate.
don't know. I don't know if we need to take someone that is not already good. We don't seem to be able to make quarterbacks better than they already were. We can put them in better positions, maybe with the weapons that we have. Maybe like well, Mac Jones has. I mean, even Mac Jones, we have better. I feel like we have a better receiving core than the Niners. They just have like Christian McCaffrey in the backfield to make up for and George Kittle. The receivers aren't really that good. They got like Ricky Pearsall and shit. Like I think MHJ is just as good as Ricky Pearsall, maybe better. Um, Michael Wilson definitely better than who else did they got? Fucking Juwan Jennings. Like that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. If you gave Mac Jones, Trey McBride, Michael Wilson, MHJ, he would fucking cook, man.
Not only that, but it's just like, think about it. Brandon Ayuk is going to be available.
No, thank you.
A former ASU guy.
I know. I love that he's a former ASU guy, but man, he's not a character guy. From the last little, I mean, they didn't pay him his money. They should have paid him his money, honestly. But he been
Bro,
acting
nobody in
crazy.
that locker room or fan base got character.
That went.
I'm dead. You're right. You're right. Speaking, we gotta keep it going though. It's already
Yeah, final
2:36.
thoughts. Salute to the childhood GOAT Larry for going to the
Yes,
Hall of Fame.
Yes,
So,
Hall of
yes.
Fame go.
Larry
yes,
Fitzgerald,
sir.
first ballot Hall of Famer. He got in before Belichick. That was crazy. I was kind of
Yes,
worried. I'm like, damn,
Cardinals go.
I was just the
is he
idiot
gonna?
when I got into football and Larry was doing his thing. So,
Yes.
Dude.
And it was
Growing
even greater to have him get get the call from Randy Moss. That was
100%.
really cool because that was his mentor, and he started off as a ball boy for the Vikings and got to watch Randy up close and personal. So that was really awesome. Good, congratulations, Larry Fitz. Now let's talk about these Diamondbacks, man.
We got our
They've
boy back.
been doing the most. Zach Allen is back, baby. Woo!
Oh, nice call, Damien. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll take my flowers for this one. I knew he was coming back, and I knew that he would choose us over other teams because he's built like that. It's only a 1-year deal, so it's perfect. He can prove his worth. And if we win the World Series or we go far, they'll probably re-sign him. And if not, then he can go explore other territory. How you feel, Dylan? I know that you weren't really too like he didn't care if he came back or not really.
Um, I'll start with what caught my interest. What made his decision easier in coming back was seeing that Merrill came back to the D-backs, which made his decision a little easier coming back to the D-backs. He also had other teams that did offer him more in a longer term deal that he also turned down, just like Merrill did too. So basically, this 1 year deal it's just basically I'm gonna just prove myself this year, and just to, like again to part like just like last season, he was trying to prove himself to get that bag. So let's see again. So I guess just prove it, I guess, and shut me up, and I hope you do. So
Yeah, it was interesting because I saw today floating through the socials. Predict Zach Gallen's ERA for this
Oh,
upcoming
jeez.
season. And man, that thing was just all over the place. But I think he'll settle it down. I think he's going to have a solid rebound season. The thing is, we have a very, very potent lineup again, especially adding Carlos Santana. Even though he's, a little older, he's still got a lot of power in that bat. And Nolan
He's a lot
Arenado,
older.
hey, I gotta be careful because I'm only 4 years from that category, bro.
That's so funny. Yeah, no,
oh
I feel
no,
you. I'm not too far from it
listen,
myself.
back to Gallen real quick. If he can keep his ERA at a 3.5, we'll call it good. That's improvement. That's success.
I think he's gonna do a
So
3.7.
you
Oh,
were saying
what?
3.7
2.7.
or 2.7?
Ooh.
No, I
Yeah.
can't go with that. No, I know. Listen, my trust in that ace shit is long gone.
Lock
I do find it
it
interesting that
in.
Merrill though got the nodding start.
He's from here. It's his last year in the league, most likely. It's they know what they're doing. I think Merrill Kelly is gonna retire a Diamondback after this next season.
That's an
Hmm.
interesting theory, but yeah, definitely. I think
He's an older pitcher.
I
I
He's
thought it was
from
a 3 year. I
Arizona.
thought it was a 3 year deal though.
it was
Oh
a
yeah, you're
two. I
right.
thought.
You're
Yeah,
right. He's
and then
after
Zach
this.
Gallen, which was interesting. He was trying to pull some Dodger shit, like because the year two is some deferred money, if that makes sense.
I heard something about like 9 mil out of his deal is gonna
Something
be
is deferred in
deferred.
year two, so they're trying to pull some Dodger shit.
On Merrill
And I
Kelly.
guess no, Zach
Per
Gallen.
gallon.
It's a 1 year deal.
No, it's technically it can be a 2 year deal, but if it is, I don't know. It's fucking complicating.
So it's a 1 year deal that if certain stuff happens becomes a 2 year deal.
I guess.
Contracts can be like that sometimes. I
It
guess
can,
if he does well.
and then that money is deferred. I don't know. I just hate that we don't have the
Yeah.
extra research material than today.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
But either way, he's
it's
back. Merrill
complicating.
Kelly's back. You know me, I'm a big sucker for watching all the press conferences and stuff. So I watched his press conference, the one that I clipped in my video. And he said something very interesting. He said he's working out at a place called Nemesis, and you know who owns this place. And it's in Arizona, right across the street from the Diamondbacks facility. Or right
Oh,
down the street from wherever he was doing the press conference at. Um, he said that Alex Bregman owned it. And he works out a bunch with Alex Bregman, and that's his homie. Alex Bregman's trying to get to the Diamondbacks, man, because his company's based out here. He's already been rumored to come here. I think by the next couple years, we're gonna have Zach Gallen, Alex Bregman, and Merrill Kelly all on the same team because they're buddies.
damn.
This is
Well,
gonna be sick.
we're gonna wait. We're gonna have to wait a minute.
I know Martinez and Puck were gonna try to come back around July, August-ish. That I did
Yeah,
hear and see.
they were.
So that's quite
Puck
a bit
was.
for those two reinforcements to come back.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I wonder how it. Go ahead.
I heard they might be trying to work Ginkle in as a possible closer, or have Sewell battle him for the closer.
Ewald.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I would get away from these two people. I think I never can. Gingle and Seawald. Why do we keep re-signing them? What the freak, man? This
At
is
one
the
point,
old
Hugo was
Diamondback.
pretty dope, man. At one point, and then just fuck.
They both
So
were pretty dope at one point. Weren't they on the
Seawald has
World
been
They were
Series?
constant
on the World
cardiac.
Series team. Yes, they were. Both of
They're
them.
trying to bring back the boys. That's what they're doing.
We're
Listen,
getting the band back, baby.
Seawald was
Hey, I love
nothing
it.
but constant cardiac arrest, dude. And
Yeah.
then he
Hey, but
just
he
went
was
to
finishing off.
dog shit.
What happened to my boy Shelby? Another cardiac pitcher.
You know what Seawald was familiar to? Fernando Rodney, dude. Another constant
Oh,
cardiac fucking
Oh my
ninth inning guy,
god.
dude.
That's a good comparison.
dude.
It
Um,
really is, dude.
You
So
know
so
who I
what do you think
remember
the
who?
bullpen's gonna look like? We still got Dylan's favorite pitcher on the whole team, Soroka, to factor into Derek Law. He was a non invite, but he'll probably get moved up to the
John,
actual roster.
Jonathan Losoija, for a Yankee, he's got a heater for a fastball in the upper 90s.
I
So
just hope that they can get all these guys worked in the spring training and really like try something different this year with the pitching unit. Give Soroka a chance. Give these other guys a chance. Don't just do what you've always
Taylor
done.
Clark is back too. Do you guys remember Taylor Clark?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
he's
he's
actually
back
doing good
too.
as a reliever. So they brought him back. So that's
Wow.
going to help a little bit. But my thing is, I think, and you were kind of maybe going to touch on it, Damien, but back to Soroka, I think by the end of the year, he's going to be
Soroka.
Soroka. I think he's going to be our third or fourth starter.
Well, hold up. We got now with Gallon back. We got Kelly, more than likely Gallon number 2. I feel like Erod's gonna be number 3.
No.
Nelson, no, Fox gonna be 4. It's gonna be no Fott and Nelson are gonna fight between 4 and 5. But yeah, Fott and Nelson. So
I think they'll fight for three, and Erod will fight for 4 or 5.
How would Soroka fit in the rotation?
I think he's better. He might be better than Erod.
But they're paying Erod that money for. Why would they put Erod in the rotation? All that money, it would make 0 sense.
Hey, I have
Well,
two
it just
words
depends
for
on who's
you.
pitching better, bro. I don't care about how much money they're paying them. They need
But they
to
would have
play
to
the
dead
people
cut
that are.
him.
Remember back,
Sending him to Reno would make 0 sense.
remember back in the day, we kind of had a similar scenario where we had a lot of money tied into a hitter that was absolutely terrible. We kept putting him out there until we finally got sick of it and we paid him to go away. Yes, I'm talking about Yosmani Tomas. We to Yosmani Tomas Eduardo.
Well, let's let it play out first, and he can
But
start. I don't mind if he starts in the starting rotation, but if he sucks,
um,
then we got to
but
take him
still
out.
on Soroka, what I think would fit best. His numbers were best when he was in the bullpen with Chicago. His ERA is below 2. So he could provide 2 or 3 innings in relief for us. That's the best in situation. He could be inserted into the rotation if one of our guys get hurt. Knock on wood, they don't. So
Yeah, I like that too. I have no problem with that. If I think he could be a good like 3 inning reliever, 2 3 inning reliever.
And
and then
remember, we
give
got a
and
guy.
give some of our guys some needed rest, and when they're if they pitched a couple days in a row, you feel me?
Right. Yeah, we can have him on one of those bullpen days where it's like a bullpen day and a bullpen guy starts. He can be a really good like we could still have like a good pitcher out there. I like
Well,
that.
kind of
I don't
with
hate
like
that.
for say like for well, kind of with for say like games like Erod gets rocked and gives up 5 earned runs by the 5th inning. Got to send him out. Then you got to get freaking Soroka in to pitch the rest of innings 5 and try to finish out till 6 or 7 and get the rest of the guys in. Try to 7th, 8th, 9th inning guys. I don't know, but that's why
Yeah.
you kind of need. That's why, in my opinion, I don't know. I'm thinking of the show mentality, how I roll GM style, but like I like at least 2 guys that can throw me 2 3 innings in my bullpen for insurance. They give my guys rest.
That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
I don't hate that
So
idea.
yeah, but and then the only guy I think of is only Soroka. Really, it may be Clark, but that's it. So
Derek Law too. I think Derek Law fits that category too.
he could too. Yeah, Jonathan Lasoja can only give you like 1 really. I don't know if the Yankees really threw him out for 2 or not, but like yeah, we need option at least 2 options that can give you a couple innings out of the bullpen.
I was gonna say, anybody knows going into the year, the Diamondbacks are going to be a team to contend with. Our roster is formidable. Our lineup is damn, formidable. But the thing that still frightens nobody, and like we were just discussing, the part with millions of questions, the bullpen. Can we save a game? Can we keep the game in control on our hand? the last 2 years we probably lost over 70 games just on bullpen games.
But you know what we didn't do the last few years is we didn't focus on it as a weakness. I think that they really locked in and they really decided, hey, we're gonna try to get at least some level of pitching relief. And they got a bunch of guys. Ooh, ow, I spit my tongue. They got a bunch of guys, and at least we can see now instead of just being hopeless, like, oh, who's gonna do it? We know that they all suck at it. Now we have at least someone's gonna come out of this crop of guys and shine, you know.
Right, and then we also have those not the training camp or the spring
The
training
prospect.
that and guys that Hazen always brings in to compete for roster spots. So those guys might be in here too.
Good. So we got to talk about the Suns, man. We got to talk about
Oh no,
Phoenix.
I have one more concern with the D-backs. I don't think we
Okay.
covered this yet, but Corbin Carroll with his hand. I want to know what
Oh,
bum ass
freak.
pitcher. I
How
want to
could
know
we?
what bum ass pitcher threw at him.
Broke a bone in his hand.
Yeah, so like I feel like he might not even be ready for opening day, and he could miss a week or two. And it's like, ouch, man! It's like already we are dealing with a massive injury.
And that's
That
what's
man.
nice about having our depth, though. At least the outfield, like obviously you're going to take a huge blow of offense and speed with Carroll, but at least the first maybe week or so, you can hold it down until he's able to come back
Lourdes
up.
Gurriel is still out with the torn ACL though. But I think I
Jeez.
saw something. But I think they're gonna try Jordan Lawler out in center field.
That's intriguing.
Yeah, I think they're gonna try that in spring training and see if they can work with that. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not too
Because
happy
really,
that he's injured.
Perdomo has shortstop lockdown. So like, what usage does Lawler have? It's either third baseman, which Nolan Arenado now. So like, might as well
Yeah.
try to see if we can do center field. I don't know. So
Well, at least we got Nolan Arenado and we got Ketel Marte to keep the firepower alive. We can still get hot with some of the random guys too sometimes. So Corbin, take your time, heal your hand. Whatever you were doing, don't do that again. and just this team doesn't need any more setbacks, honestly. I just it's hard to believe that this team was in the World Series 2, 3 years ago, and now it's just like free falling, kind of. But they're trying their best. I got to give them some credit because they're really trying, and they're really trying to retool as fast as they can without tearing it down to the studs. And like I said before, them keeping Ketel Marte really gave me hope that they
Yeah.
care about winning. So I mean, at least one of our teams is trying to do the right moves and adding pitching when they need the pitching and addressing their weaknesses. And people just kind of keep getting hurt, and unfortunate crap keeps happening. And the
and more
Dodgers keep
depth. Jake
giving
McCarthy's gone
players
too.
money. Who's gone?
Jake McCarthy.
Oh yeah, they traded him, right?
Yeah,
Traded
so
him to the
that's
Rockies.
East depth. So yeah.
Okay, good on him. He was good. I loved him. He was exciting. He could steal bases. He was great offensively too. Um,
I'm glad he gets a chance to play every day now.
yep, yep. All you can do is just wish him luck.
But yeah, we got getting some Suns though. We're
Just
getting
like
towards that top of the hour mark.
Suns.
Phoenix Suns back off the
So
All
yeah,
Star break.
Hell
have a
yeah.
We're
game
gonna
against
have
the
a full
San Antonio
strength
Spurs
tonight.
tonight.
Yes, we're gonna get smashed by the Spurs. We at full
No, we're
strength.
not. No, we're not. We're not gonna get
I know we
smashed.
don't have Dylan Brooks.
We're
I
gonna
was, I
cover that
was,
7.5 at least.
yeah.
And I'm a firm believer in that because
It's
you know
eight and a
why?
half, or did it go up?
My
Hey,
parlay said 7.5. I
here's
didn't
the
do anything
Spurs
with it.
number.
So, anywho, Jalen Green's gonna go. Devin Booker's gonna go.
Booker with the
Gillespie
Booker.
and Grayson Allen's gonna go. It seems like everything so
Your
far
boy
should be
Mark
just
Williams,
to go. And Mark Williams, yeah, everybody should
Let's
be good to
go.
go.
except for Dylan Brooks' ass, but we know he's off for the technical suspension because he got the 16th technical in his last game,
Need
so he'll
Mark.
be suspended tonight. He won't be playing, but
That's why I didn't see him in any because literally I all my parlay is like literally Wemby and Aaron Fox and like the rest of like the Suns players are like all points. So it's like that's why I didn't see Dylan Brooks.
Yep.
yeah, unfortunately, he's on the Draymond Green warpath with the technicals and gets suspended. But that's what you give up for the toughness. Sometimes it gets a little too much, and he has to miss a game. And hopefully this just stops there, because we got to really position ourselves to not be in the play-in. If we get in the play-in, it's just going to be unnecessary. If they good.
Sorry, I was gonna say it doesn't really reset till the playoffs. Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't reset to the playoffs. That's why he
I
needs to
know it
stay
sucks.
chilling until we lock down a real playoff spot. Then do whatever you want.
Number 7.
Because like the next when he comes back, he's good on the next one, but then the one after that suspended again. So
Are we 7th in the conference? Is that what you're saying?
We are 7th in the West.
We were 6th or 5th like 4 games ago.
What's nice is we have a 3-game cushion, though, at least right now, for the 7th spot.
And what are we? How much are we behind the person in front of us? Is the Lakers
a game and a half
behind the Lakers?
I think so, yeah. And we
listen.
play them in our next 6.
Listen, for better or for worse with this team, all the teams outside of the play-in, like I don't see us falling outside of the play-in.
Oh no.
Just with how it
No.
is for the standings.
But we
So,
gotta be ready to go. We gotta be ready to go because tonight we have San Antonio, then we have Orlando, Portland, Boston, and then the Lakers. Then the schedule gets a little easier.
Portland is a pesky team, man.
They really are, man. They got Drew Holiday and Jeremy Grant learning how to play together, and that Donovan Clingan kid is real good.
I feel like they got better after Billups got arrested, ironically.
They really did. They got much better after he got arrested. It's really weird. He's a good basketball player, not a good basketball coach. Love you, Chauncey, but maybe gambling is your no, it's not your 4 either. You got caught there. I'll leave that alone.
Damn.
I'm excited to kind of see what Jalen Green can do though in an expanded role. Now that he's good to go, as he says, I want to see if he can really just be like, all right, bet we don't got Dylan Brooks. Let me go ahead and just drop 30. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
drop
sir.
30 on the Spurs with the tough defenders and all that, and Book get inspired, drop you 32. Shit, Colin and Grayson.
As long as Wemby isn't a massive problem on both sides of the floor,
Mark needs to limit him.
But you know that he is 100% going to be a big problem on both sides of the floor. That's
Mark
who
Williams
he is.
To say today.
Yeah, this is the time when Mark Williams could come out and have one of those lockdown games. That would be amazing because he can do it. So I just don't know if he's not going to be one-on-one guarding Wemby because Wemby starts at the perimeter and shit. You know what I mean? So
I feel like Wemby's will be at least 3 inches taller than Mark, though. Yeah.
Yeah. He's tall.
He's a tall motherfucker, man.
Yeah, and he can freaking play like KD, which is weird.
I mean, I don't know who you would double him with Mark though, because that's what hurts us now.
Bol.
Dylan Brooks would be on Wemby. You feel me?
If you just implant Mark Williams' play style into Bol and make Bol just eat a bunch of food.
You know what is nuts that I just realized about Wemby? He is essentially the body of Dikembe Mutombo with the shooting ability of Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I mean he's not as thick as Mutombo, but he definitely got a ball handle and a shot that he shouldn't have.
It's insane. Like he's in these big men that have been coming into the league the last 10, 15 years. Like they are really changing the entire the landscape of basketball.
You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of a much smoother and faster and more athletic Dirk Nowitzki. Just like a big ass dude that can shoot it, still handle it, pass it. Like Dirk didn't get enough credit for how good he was, man. Dirk was a beast.
I feel like David Robinson doesn't get enough credit as all-time great big men.
Oh yeah, that era of big man is gone, brother. And people, I mean, we're gonna go with the flashiest person from that era, which is Shaquille O'Neal. So, I mean, it's hard to compete him with the big fella.
But man, our boy Book is a champ. We're ready to get back into the schedule. Keep proving everybody wrong. We're already to almost our win total that everybody. Well, I take it back. Nobody probably thought we'd get where we are right now.
Yeah, Matt Ishby is already dunking on people that made projections at 31 games. We've already won over 32, so He was dunking on people, taking victory laps and
Well, that
whatnot.
shot over Taco Fall.
Yeah, no, hey, Matt
That
Ishbia was
was
going ham in the All-Star game.
But typical Suns fashion, never got the and one call, so
Never. And Booker, typical Suns fashion, missed to lose instead of making it and winning again. If he would have made that and won again, it would have been so good for Phoenix. But just the fact that he did so well, started going off like that, I think it brought a spark back for the All-Star weekend, because now Dame is challenging Booker's Clay and Steph for next year.
That is going to be must see. That at least,
and it's going to be in Phoenix.
Really?
Hell yeah!
Yep. Next year, the All-Star game will be in Phoenix, Arizona. So best believe the fAnaticZ podcast will be there, live and direct.
Damn,
bro! I don't want to look at ticket prices.
I'm gonna go. It probably won't be as expensive.
Insane.
It won't be as expensive for me because by that time we'll have a media pass. Ooh,
and like 6 sponsors. Let's go, boy.
Dude,
exactly.
Chipotle.
I think we're already to the point. We're already like a media pass worthy. I just got to start like writing stuff, and I got other things coming up that will make us more legit too. So it's all going to be good. But anyways, the Suns, they take on the Spurs tonight. I really think that we could end up being, if we just got to go for that number 6 spot, if we could avoid the play-in, that would be sick, because I think 6 and 5 play each other, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So 6 and 5 play each other. We get the Lakers in the first round. I think win, lose, or draw, we get to the playoffs. That's just a big win, and I don't want to go through all that stress of the play-in, wearing the players down, because if they do pull up an upset, they're going to need all the energy that they have.
Yeah. But man, it's been one hell of a ride so far. We're looking forward to them, taking it to the competition again for the second half. And we start with the Spurs tonight. And we've beaten them this year so far already, so why not do it again?
I wonder if Haywood Highsmith is going to play. Probably not, right? He just got here.
Yeah, he's out.
But they acquired him a little bit ago, so maybe he's had all-star weekend to kind of get acclimated. I know we have to go here right now, but do you guys want to talk about Haywood Highsmith, or do you want to leave that for later?
Let's give Highsmith a little more love next week.
All right.
All right, guys, y'all know what to do. If y'all like what you see, go down to the description. There's going to be links in there to the group, almost 15,000 strong on Facebook. That's where most of the people interact. Most of the people are sharing news all the time. So if you want to be in the loop, you know what to do down in the description. Please like, share with your mama, your daddy, and everybody you love. Also, if you want a shirt, hit up Frankie. Frankie will get you the shirts. These things are fire. Look at how awesome we look in them. Big shout out to Black Eagle Apparel. They did their damn thing, and we do appreciate it. Till next time, guys.
As always,
and leave some comments, start on the videos.
Yes, drop it.
Please leave some freaking comments. I'm gonna literally clip that, and I'm gonna put that at the very beginning of this episode because we need comments. Thank you, Dylan.
Yeah, for sure.